Do you guys remember when ChatGPT completely screwed up the charts on their ChatGPT 5 release, and people were joking that ChatGPT made the charts? Or maybe they should have asked ChatGPT because ChatGPT would not make that mistake. Well, Nano Banana Pro is so good at charts that people are using it to auto chart, and it's doing it correctly. What they're doing is they are sending SQL queries, pulling data back, loading the data into Nano Banana through an API call, and Nano Banana is coming back with an accurate and correct chart that visualizes the data that was pulled. And so if you're trying to get, for example, in Slack, a new customer graph that updates for every trailing 30 days, you can write the SQL query the data set, send the data to Nano Banana, and get back a fresh chart. And you know what's hilarious? We would make an interface for that for 20 years. That would be software. Software is just pixels now. Software is just, hey, tell Nano Banana to make it. Now, you and I know it's not quite that easy. It's not like someone who's building charting software is done for tomorrow, because there's a lot more complexity that goes into it. But for simple tasks, there's a whole new class of disposable software that is opening up. And I firmly believe, actually, I don't think that B2B SaaS is dead. I don't believe any of that. But I do think that we have a new class of software that is opening up that is kind of like that, where you can just get AI to do something that you would never, ever ask a computer to do before, and it would just kind of never get done, and now it gets done. And I think that's really interesting, and I think we talk so much more about doom and gloom about software and about jobs, and we talk so little about the actual observed pattern, which is that AI does kind of the cruddy stuff that we were never going to get to. If you're in product, it does the Sev 3s and the Sev 4s that the engineering team never gets to. Maybe it's doing on-call initial triage so that it wakes fewer engineers up. Maybe it is doing the graphing and charting that I described. Maybe it is making slides that would have taken somebody hours and they would have been banging their heads on the wall, and the slides would have been poor quality. But we talk so little about the cruddy jobs, because they're not really full jobs. They're just pieces of our jobs that lived in the shadows that we didn't do well. I want to talk more about that.